Deep in the heart of a dense jungle, far away from the modern world, lived a man named Arvid. He had no family, no tribe, no connections to anyone, and yet he had found a way to survive in this wild, untamed expanse of trees and shadows. Arvid was not a wanderer who had lost his way. He had come here deliberately, seeking a solitude unknown to most. His past was a blur, fragmented memories of a life in a bustling city where the noise never ceased, where people spoke in hurried tones, and where time seemed like a thing constantly running away. It was a life that gnawed at him, leaving him weary, a man drowning in the expectations and pressures of civilization. One day, after an intense storm of thoughts, he simply left. He boarded a plane, followed the directions of a map he found tucked into an old book, and traveled far away. The jungle welcomed him with silence. It was an overwhelming, all-encompassing quiet that seemed to embrace his very soul. The rustling of leaves, the calls of unseen birds, and the whisper of the wind through the branches were the only sounds he needed. He found an abandoned wooden shack near a stream, which became his home. Over time, Arvid learned to understand the ways of the jungle. He could tell when rain was coming from the change in the wind's scent, and when animals were nearby the shifting of shadows. Every day he explored further, meeting creatures whose names he did not know, but whose eyes seemed to understand him. In turn, he learned to live in harmony with them. One afternoon, while foraging near the base of a great towering tree, Arvid stumbled upon a small patch of land unlike any he had seen before. It was as if nature itself had painted a picture there. Wildflowers bloomed in brilliant colors. Butterflies danced in the air, and a small creek ran through the area, its water sparkling in the dappled sunlight. But amidst the beauty, something caught his attention. A patch of earth had been disturbed, as though someone or something had been digging. Arvid crouched down, feeling the earth beneath his fingers. He knew this place, though he couldn't explain how. The soil held an ancient energy, one that felt strangely familiar, like a forgotten memory. Days passed, and Arvid returned often to the spot, trying to make sense of his strange connection to it. One evening, as the sun set in fiery reds and oranges, he uncovered something. It was a small, weathered stone, a carving, intricate and mysterious, as though it had been left for him. His pulse quickened as he realized that the carving resembled a symbol he had seen once, long ago, in an old book from his city life. It was a symbol of belonging, of a path long forgotten, and of a people lost to history. Over time, Arvid's presence in the jungle began to take on new meaning. The animals, once indifferent to him, now seemed to follow him with a sense of purpose. The trees, too, whispered secrets in a language only he could understand. And the jungle, in all its wild, untamed glory, seemed to recognize him, not as an outsider, but as one of its own. One morning, he awoke to a new kind of silence, one that carried with it a feeling of calm and expectancy. Arvid knew something had shifted. His life here, disconnected from the world of men, had led him to this point, a place where his past and future merged like the streams that ran through the jungle. And as the sun rose, casting a golden light over the canopy, he stepped forward, no longer a man alone in the jungle, but a man who had found his true place within it. For in the jungle, Arvid was not lost. He had simply come home.
As evening fell, the sky turned shades of pink and purple, and the first stars began to twinkle. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the day faded into the peaceful rhythm of the night. The forest, though ever-changing, remained constant in its beauty, a timeless reminder of the magic that nature offers to those who take the time to appreciate it.